Yo, 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 what is up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see who's in here this morning. Make sure I can see. Okay, yeah. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Ace. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Mighty One, SF, Paper Hands, Daffy, Maddie, Tobias, Vanessa, Matthew, Alexis, Caleb, Sandaller, Dondu, Taylor. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Sorry if I misread or said your name twice or went over your name, but good morning to each and every one of you. So today, you guys can see we're already open. Let's go over what we need to expect, though, before we, jump into the smaller time frames. So one big thing is that we are approaching this a third time. Now, what do I mean by a third time? I mean the fact that we've moved up, grinded, hit this next resistance, slowed down, pushed through it. 1, 2, possibly a third time happening again at 455.50. So what I did is I went over here and I marked the open of this candle, the last green candle before the reversal. I marked that, and then I'm looking over here at this old supply as well. So if we do pass 455.50, we're kind of looking at this day's high, this level, and this area, right? So that's a pretty easy game plan. Above 455.50, aim for, what is this? The 20 seconds high, aim for 457.40s, and then you can maybe aim for 460s, 462s. That'd be your plan for the upside, right? What can we look for on the smaller time frames for downside? For downside, we can look for either one, a continued rejection, and look for some smaller, lower highs in the smaller time frames, not on the daily. That's not going to help us out. I mean, it will, but not what we're looking for here. So 1, rejections, or 2, we're looking for a loss of this day plus this little zone that we're stuck in. So we're kind of, 1, focused on the day that we're stuck inside of. Where am I? Oh, I have that already drawn. The day that we're stuck inside of, as well as the range that we're stuck inside of. The 453.60s to 455.50. So we're kind of looking for a no trade here, just looking for information here on the bigger time frames. On the smaller time frames, you really are looking for, well, ignore all that. Delete that crap. Let's go down to the smaller time frame now. Go down to daily intraday levels. And I have it already set here for... Yeah, we'll just do a few days here now. But you can see it's kind of the same story, though. We're stuck inside of that day, and we're still stuck inside of the 453 to 456 kind of area. 455.50 is really... So, stuck under there, stuck above this. At the same time, we're stuck inside of this day. So, we're really looking for just inside of the range moves here and better information. But right now, sellers are in complete control from open. Remember, give yourself a point to go from. From open, we are bearish. We have a lower open, and we're possibly losing previous day support, which is just a short-term demand. The really big one's down here. But if this loses, there's a really big chance they want to pull this back down to the lower part of that day that we're stuck inside of from the 22nd. But before I move on, does that make sense? Does everybody understand the game plan for today? Do you understand the levels in front of you? The zones, the levels, the game plan, all that stuff. Give me a thumbs up, give me a check. Let me know that you do understand before we move on. We also have our triple Q chart ready to go. We have the SPX chart ready to go, per usual. And then, of course, all of our individual equities. I didn't really finish all of these. I didn't really feel like charting them yet. I wanted to see how Monday kind of reacted and then go off of those levels. So we'll be adding levels during the week, of course, like usual. And then we have, of course, the sectors, which we're not really looking at these on the smaller time frames, really just kind of focused on these on the bigger time frame. As the tech sector starts to slow down this week, you're probably going to be seeing other sectors pick back up. So, like Daffy posted this week on the weekly watch list and in the Reason Over Risk channel, you're probably going to want to move, a lot of you swing traders especially, are going to want to move your focus over to other sectors. Now, this could be industrials, this could be energy, this could be anything you could think of, base materials, whatever. You need to move your focus over to other sectors and see which ones are picking up. Because if you see tech is slowing down with multiple signs saying that they're tired, healthcare has gotten a nice move to the upside. So 2 of your top sectors have actually gotten great movement. And healthcare might not be done for all we know. Let's not take that one out of the book. And tech might not be done either. But what they are giving us is a chance to see money rotate from this chart into these other charts. And this is very normal. So we're most likely going to be seeing some rotation from your top 5 sectors into your lower six sectors. But hopefully that makes sense as well. Give me another thumbs up if that makes sense. I just want to make sure everybody understands what we're looking out for this week, because I don't want you to come in here Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday or Friday and be like, well, what's going on this week? This is the first time I'm seeing something. I want you to be aware. I want you to be aware of what's going on in front of us. I want you to be woke. really. But let's go back to the smaller time frames now. I'm done rambling. Let's go focus on some updates. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood what we're looking for, because that's a lot to look out for. But like I said, this week, next week, the week after that, these might be a couple weeks of what you might see as sector rotation. This might be one of those weeks where all of your favorite tech traders suck. And that's because they're not going to be moving as much. They're going to be putting too much money into every single move that they would normally put money into because, again, they're reacting the same way. But we're not in the same market that we were last week. We're in a different market now. Also, guys, I would 100% check out the weekly watch list if you have not already. I post these every single week now. I believe this is the 6th one. Yeah, number 6. But if you go over to the... Oh, I can't grab it. If you go over to the Discord here, go over here to weekly watch list, number 6 posted. I would go through this stuff. Every single week has generally some of the same info. You can see this week I focused on sectors. This week we went over his charts here. This week I went over Apple through Meta. I think I was doing that every week. Yeah, I was doing that every week, and then I didn't do it for a couple weeks. But amazing info though each week, breaking down not just game plans, but so much more. I don't want people to think this is justifying plays. It is for that. But there's other things going on here as well. So I would genuinely check that out. I also post daily updates on news, corporate news overnight, and earnings for the day. We have the Reason Over Risk channel, which covers a large variety of tickers that we have game plans on, levels set on, all that good stuff. But let's see what we get going here. Good morning, everybody. Be sure to drop down in the chat and type what tickers are you watching today. Are there any levels you're watching, or is there any updates you could possibly post? I can't speak English. But yeah, glad to have you all here, and thank you all for listening. Now it's time to react. So the first 10 minutes is still not up through all that rambling, and this is why I kind of like going over my game plans at the beginning of the streams, because this also allows me to waste time in the bullshit part of the market. If you're sitting here waiting to trade the first 10 minutes every day, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not trading, you're gambling. Regardless of you thinking of a system or not, you're not trading. The first 10 minutes are very volatile, are very risky, and if you are taking a trade, it needs to be of the lightest nature. You need to be using the lightest amount of contracts or equity you possibly can, because this is not the time to be trading super heavily. Now is the time to react. But right now, we have broken under that short-term demand. We made it all the way down to that 22nd demand, the November 22nd demand we talked about. So we're looking to see if that can break, and if so, can they make it to 453.50s and break that? Because if that is broken, that will be what can possibly bring a lot larger of a pullback on the intraday time frames. If not, though, then we're most likely seeing buyers keep control of price, and we're going to most likely see some wick-ups here, some buyers taking it back towards the area in which they fell from, and we'll most likely get a retest of that to see, do buyers have enough strength to retake it, or are they going to reject it and then keep us in the lower part of this range here? So that's kind of what we're looking out for today on the SPY chart. Qs are in a little bit different of a place, even if you back this up a little bit more. They're not really stuck inside of the day or in their range as well as SPY is, and that's because tech has been slowing down a little bit more so than the overall market. So what you're looking out for is a break of previous day low. If previous day low is to break, that would be what gives you a good potential pullback down towards 387.40s, 387s. So look out for that. If not, though, they end up holding it. Wick ups, buyers can happen. They can retake today's open, today's high. They can make it back towards 390.70s. But that's what I'd be looking out for on the triple Q chart and the SPY chart. SPX, kind of in a similar place to SPY. It's kind of like a no-duh kind of thing. I think I drew that. Yeah, I drew that zone wrong. You're supposed to include that high. But overall, you can see they're stuck inside of supply and demand from the 22nd as well. So really just looking to see when does that range break. Looking for buyers here, sellers here, until proven otherwise. But those are your three main sectors that we'd like to look at in here, even though SPX and SPY are pretty much the same thing. SPY and sectors, of course. Paperhand said Ford looks ready to break down, in my opinion. Morning, Chris. Morning, Sylvia. Morning, everybody, in case I didn't say it back to you. Make sure to go back to the very beginning of the stream. I go over SPY on the bigger, smaller time frames, Qs, SPX. We go over everything. So if you're just now tuning in, go to the beginning of the stream. I don't know what I have drawn here, so I'm going to restart here, Paperhands. I really don't understand what I'm looking at right now. I must have been charting this with somebody. Oh, this is the chart you want to see. Okay, here we go. I did have it charted, never mind. So these levels are going to be most likely monthly emerging candles, and the blue areas are going to be weekly supply and demand, is why I have it drawn like that. But it looks like they did break a pretty major support, though, around the 11s. They made it underneath the 11s. He said F looks ready to break down in my opinion. I'm actually kind of with paper hands on this one. I don't really like shorting forward because it's not really smart to short this. But overall, let's look at the weekly first. Whoops, that's not the weekly. There we go. Okay, so they already have been breaking down. Let's just say that one because it's kind of like no duh. But let's see something that's significant that's happened though. And this is why I think paper hands also likes it. But you guys see how we have this like huge breakdown and then just keep holding the same support over and over and over and over and over. Well, here recently they broke it at the end of October and they've been trading underneath it. So it looks like there is a valid bearish trade setup here as long as the meat of this low right here, the open of that candle to the low of that candle, basically, pretty much this zone, the bottom of this zone, as long as that maintains as resistance, I like your idea a lot. You could even say a break of structures happened and that you could go from the recent high to the dip before the bid was bought, and that 11 is your ultimate number. 11 and 1142 essentially. So it kind of lines up with our zones too. Good looks though, paper hands. That's a very clean chart. I don't know when I charted forward, but I like it. I'm thinking if we could stay below 1038, we can see 1017. Awesome. Hey man, as long as you have a game plan, I love it no matter what, honestly. Even some shitty charts, people send me some shitty charts and be like, hey man, is this a good play? And they'll send me their parameters, their game plan. I'm like, hell yeah, that's a good play, because they'll have levels ready to go for if what triggers. They'll have stop losses in case it fails. They'll have targets in case it just rips really fast. They'll have targets in case it's one of those slow movers and they need to just kind of have a more passive target. It's crazy. That right there is what indicates to me that you're paying attention, is when you have a game plan around your levels, not just like, hey Bueller, does this look good? Like, okay bro, what are you saying? Say anything other than does this look good. You sound surface level. So it really helps seeing you, paper hands, talk about a game plan. I love to see that. Good looks. And guys, what do we have here on the daily time frame? Can anybody tell me what bearish pattern this is so far? I'm not saying this is going to end like this, because guys, we've only been here for 12 minutes. But what is this daily bearish candlestick pattern so far? You got this doji, you got this little bit of a rejection inside of the doji, but what do we get here on this lower open? What is this? Does anybody know? BK, have it your way. Let's see who gets it first. If I could hand out channel points, I would. Come on, Eric. I go over this every day. Come on. I never have once gone over an abandoned baby. I don't use these shitty patterns from Google that everybody uses. BK. Bearish kicker, yes, BK. That was the BK joke, by the way. BK, have it your way. Very bad joke. I'm not funny. Yes, bearish kicker, Vanessa. Yes, Kim. Yes, Eric. Yes, you guys are getting it. Yes. Now let's be honest though. The day just opened, so it might not end like this. But I wanted to go over it because it was popping up. I think it's a great example. We had a soldier candle. I haven't really been able to go over a candlestick pattern with you guys since then because this is the last real powerful pattern we had. We had this soldier candle, not really an inside candle. You had another inside candle, which had another higher positive print, but it was a doji, so it was like we got the same signal after that, even though it broke range, and now we're kind of stuck inside that candle. So, like I said, guys, in the weekly watch list, what have we been looking for? Points of slowdown. Who can point out to me how many we have? We have one. Push through it. Okay, that's okay. It can still be considered a slowdown even if it continues, right? Because it slowed down, right? So you got one. We got two. We got three. If we were to pull off a bearish candlestick pattern here, that would be 4 signs of a potential slowdown popping up. Remember what I said. Gapped up small body candles. Slowing down as you enter a zone. That is how you call a top. You don't call a top by saying, oh, it's formed an inside candle. It's got to slow down here. Oh, it formed an inside. It's got to slow down here. Oh, it formed an inside candle. It has to slow down here. It's at the supply. It has to pull back. No, it doesn't. It does not have to do shit until proven otherwise. We haven't gotten any bearish candlesticks the entire rally. This has been bullish as hell, right? Which that doesn't even make sense when people say that. But what do we have here now? A bearish kicker. So what would happen if we were to finish a day like this? Do we just flip bearish instantly? No. You do not flip bearish instantly. We need parameters set. So what needs to break? 453.60s. So we need to see a break of 453.60s, which gives us an initial break of structure. If we were to ever at any point hold this or break this, it doesn't matter. If we were to get a lower high off of this and then got another bearish candlestick, that is when you could flip bearish. You got the slowdown, you got multiple bearish candlesticks telling you, that is when you can flip. But until you see one of those two things, I don't want to see anybody here saying that you're calling the top, that you're shorting, that you're grabbing puts. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see you guys blow your accounts because you didn't want to be patient. You didn't want to wait. This is something I've gone over for years now, and I'm still seeing people ignore me. So either pay attention or go blow your money and be gone in the next 3 months. I don't care. But please, have reasoning for what you're going to do. Don't just flip the switch randomly. Make the switch make sense. I'm using the switch as an example. I don't know what you would actually call that. But guys, on the 5-minute time frame, we are at previous day low demand, and we are still holding. I'm sorry, not previous day low demand. This would be your 22nd demand, November 22nd demand. Sorry. Previous day demand is the middle little zone right there. Kind of around 454.80. Heavily, Vanessa. If you've ever been a part of my streams or watched any of my swing trading videos, I am heavily influenced by the daily time frame when I'm trading. Heavily influenced because it gives me the initial momentum of the day, the initial awareness, the initial, okay, this is where we're at. This is what we're possibly doing. It gives you different scenarios. Then you can break it down on the smaller. So yes, it heavily influences what I'm doing. As it does every time I go over. Don't worry, I didn't laugh. It's okay, Ace, thank you. If you would have laughed, I would have taken that as a bigger red flag than not laughing. A good answer, though. Eric, Kim, Vanessa, SF, Aloha, and P-Van. Good job, everybody who answered BK correctly. 453.10s is also a very important level. Good post by David Q. There's a lot of important levels around here. It's because we're around this point of the chart on the bigger time frames where you are slowing down. But Vanessa, you asked that question. I hope everybody understands, besides just Vanessa, we don't just use the daily time frame for catching plays. What else do we use it for, guys? What else is the daily time frame for? Can anybody tell me? It's not just about taking plays. What is it about? Come on, who's got this? And there's going to be a couple correct answers on this one, so I'm not really looking for, like, perfect wording or anything. This isn't like that other candlestick question. So Ace said weekly outlook. Eric said larger look of the direction, or larger picture of the direction, sorry. Determining the overall trend, future price action, overall picture / outlook. Yeah, so all these answers are pretty much correct. You're looking for just more awareness, like we said. You're looking for a better outlook on what's possible. So if you never... So, am I looking at the daily time frame while I'm trading? No, that would not make any effing sense. That would be so hard to do, to switch from this to go to this, to be like, all right, I think this is what I'm thinking against. Oh, yeah, we're still, yeah, all right. And then you switch over to the 5, like, what? I don't have enough time and mental energy to do that. No one does. And if somebody tells you they do, they're fucking lying to you. Unless you're doing one of these charts where you're looking at multiple at the same time, or you have multiple screens, that's something I could believe. But no, you should not be switching back and forth in the middle of your trade, because that's going to cause an emotional reaction. You're going to sell yourself short. You're going to sell yourself on something that doesn't exist. You're going to be like, oh wow, these are all telling me that this is going to buy up. I should totally get out of my put and get back into calls. And then guess what? It breaks support, it goes lower. Why did I do that? Well, I don't know why I did it. But I know why you failed, because you didn't stick to your plan. You just randomly started making up emotional decisions because you saw other time frames doing things at that exact same time. Like, okay, that's great. And it's good to have that switch, like I was talking earlier, like, okay, I need to flip short, or all right, I need to flip and sit cash. I need to do this. Okay, this setup failed, I'm done. I need to relax. I need to wait, see what's next. But anything beyond that, you're literally just gambling, you're over trading, you're chasing, you have so much FOMO, you're emotionally trading. If you need to point that out to yourself too. When you're emotional, you're emotionally trading, that needs to be brought up to yourself. You don't need to type it in chat. You don't need to type it in YouTube chat. Talk to yourself about it. You're the one that has to deal with it, not us. Talk to yourself about it. But yes, guys, that is exactly what the bigger time frame is for. So no, you're not switching back and forth. And if you are, you're probably an emotional wreck because it's just a lot to look at. It's a lot to click through. You shouldn't have to move around a lot. Once you're in the trade, that's it. You shouldn't have to touch anything. And if you are, guess what? You're fucking yourself over because you're not giving yourself a chance. You're not helping. Like let's use Vanessa or Ace as an example. So if before trade or before market opens Ace and before market opens before trade Vanessa are making these plans, right? And then the market opens, right? And then let's say bam, a trigger hits on both of their plans, right? And they both take it. And then they're like, oh, you know what? I don't really like this, or it's just kind of boring, or it's not entertaining, it's not exciting, and they just get out. Whatever the reason is, there could be a billion reasons. They end up getting out of their trade, and then it works or it doesn't work, and then afterwards they go and review, and they're like, wow, I could have done this, or this could have been done. That right there, that was emotional trading because you didn't switch. You just randomly stopped trading it. You just randomly stopped following your game plan. What are you supposed to be doing? Following your game plan. Okay, I'm shorting as long as it does this. I have a stop here as long as it does that. You know, creating a game plan and sticking to it. If you step away from that, you're not trading. You are gambling. Stop changing what you're doing after you've planned. And if you are, that's your problem. It has nothing to do with your system. It has nothing to do with how much money you're using or what contract you're picking. That's almost never the problem. It's almost always the fact that you are literally just guessing. Stop guessing. Stop pretending you know what you're talking about. You don't. I don't. You're growing. You're getting reps. Over time, you will start to understand better at what you're looking for and what you want to see, the results that you want to aim for. Stop telling yourself that you know what you're doing. You don't. Nobody here does. Focus on being as close to your system, as close to your pre-plan as possible. That is the sign of a good trade. That is a good outcome. Not, oh, I made $1,000. Okay, but what'd you do? I don't give a shit if you made $1,000. Okay, anybody can go make $1,000. Like, it's like, did you guess? Can you recreate it? No, you can't? Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably the last $1,000 you'll ever make. It's not about doing this to make a big buck on one trade. It's about doing something so you feel confident, you feel comfortable with it, as well as understanding of it. You can do it over and over and over again while it making sense. That is trading. Not, oh, I made $1,000 today. Time to post on Twitter so everybody thinks I'm cool. It's not about that. And yes, new home sales at 10. Thank you, Ace. News of the day, if you guys want to, which I always posted in that chat, but if you guys want to see it too, you just go to Financial Juice, and then right here it'll show this. You can actually filter this too. You can just do high and medium. That's all I do. Close it, and then you'll have all your news here. So really the only important news is new home sales today. You do have auctions happening, which can cause reactions, but might not. Tomorrow, consumer confidence and a bunch of speakers, midday and later on in the day. And then you have Wednesday, we got GDP, partially PCE coming out. Next day, you have all of PCE and jobless claims coming out. And then Friday on the 1st, we have ISM and PMI. I meant to just say PMI. But PMI numbers, which these are both equally important, with more Fed speakers, of course. Powell speaks twice. I think this is bugged, actually. One of these, I don't even think he's talking about the equity market. I believe he's talking about the overall world economy in one of these. I can't remember which one, but one of these might not cause any reactions. One of them might, is what I was reading. So we'll see. Both of them might, for all we know. I'm not trying to limit you guys to that, but very good information on that website. Also, another free resource I would like you guys to use more would be briefing.com. Wait for the pop-up just for a second. And right there. And so what's cool about this one is it hasn't popped up yet, is there's updates and what sectors are strong, all the good stuff. But why I like it is because there's economic data that gets released here, and they give you a better breakdown on, okay, what are the numbers and what does this mean? And then two, And again, it's not showing it, but you can also read corporate news. You can read what happened overnight from the last week into today. You can read some of the biggest news happening that everyone's going to be talking about today. And not every time is going to be important stuff. Like sometimes it's literally just numbers. Sometimes it's literally just upgrades, downgrades, all that good stuff. But sometimes you'll see big news like that, and it's just interesting to see that stuff because you'll see this posted everywhere really late, and then a lot of people late reacting like, oh my god, we gotta buy up Amazon, they're killing FedEx and UPS, we gotta get into them. And then earnings for the day, nothing really important really all week. You have Kroger, you have Hormel Foods, Five Below, a couple stuff like that, Foot Locker, but nothing that's really a market moving weight. Zscaler, yeah, Petco, good stuff like that. But guys, we have reacted to the November 22nd demand. See some wicks on the 5-minute. You see a little bit of a base build here on the 1-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute on this 30-minute chart. And then here's the daily, which again, these two are the same chart. These two are the same chart, but they're all SPY. 1-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, daily. Oh. Bond auction, it does normally cause reactions. I was just saying there's a chance it doesn't, because it normally doesn't. Last week was just a really big catalyst because that was unexpected. I actually believe you're gonna see a lot of money trapped in bond auctions for the next couple weeks because of that. Because people are like, oh my god, that, like I just said with Amazon, like people see that news late and then they go to trade it. That's the same thing with the bond auction. People are gonna believe the bond auction moves every single time, but it doesn't. It actually doesn't move a lot every single report. Last time there was a nice catalyst alongside it. That is why the bond auction moved so much. But I believe honestly that people are going to get trapped trading around that time on bond auction because of that exact one single psychological factor. It's not even that big, but a lot of money is involved. A lot of people paid attention to that last time that happened. But you are correct though, Jay. That was a huge move last week. And we'll see. It could bring a second huge move again this week. Very interesting as people kind of look between the equity market, commodities, the bond market, kind of look across the different markets to see where all the sector rotation is happening. Because again, it's not just across tech sector, healthcare. People move money into commodities. People move money into gold. People move money into different currencies. People move money into bonds. It's really whatever, you know. So it is kind of nice to track those different things. Or even small caps, watching IWM, the Russells. The equivalent to show your work. Literally. No, David, that's the best way. You guys always word it better than I can. But that is exactly how you should say it. Show your work. It's really all you're looking for. And at any time you're like questioning yourself and you're like, why does this feel weird? Guess what? It's because you haven't practiced enough. That's all. It's not because you're stupid. It has nothing to do with IQ. Never ever relate this to being smart or dumb. None of this ever relates to that. I promise you that. Now memorization, that can be a great advantage, but that's a different conversation. But seriously, anytime you feel like you feel weird or you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel confident, it's most likely because you haven't taken enough reps or you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Follow the simple signs. AMD holding the golden pocket to the upside. Good post by Dondu. Good post in the post charts channel. I like usernames. I like Burocks. I like Chupapis. Taylor's got another great example for everybody in here. Anybody who's still struggling with making your own game plans each and every day, this is a great little format to look at. Getting your daily, getting a different time frame, getting your smaller time frame, all mixed in there, and then really just kind of discussing them all. Really just breaking down what you see, what you feel, what looks right to you, what looks wrong to you, what you need to be going off of. It's really just analyzing what's in front of you. But seriously, guys, would check that out. Very, very helpful template. I keep calling it a template, but that's how they should all look. And for anybody who is in MMM, you are up on the day. For anybody who's in MMM from last week with Daffy, he said MMM is making a new high of day, breaking the November 16th high. Contracts are at 22% now. If it holds this area, I can see it going higher. So he's looking for a potential hold of the November 16 highs, because if it can hold that, it can move a lot more. Just wanted to update that in case anybody was in Daffy's play and they were in the stream instead of the Discord. Great play by Daffy, though. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Are you guys seeing this? I misspelled like 800 words right there. There we go. All right, we're back to normal. Buyers are holding the November 22nd demand, moving back up again. They're back over today's open. That is a good first initial sign on the intraday time frame that buyers are present after, again, the hold of demand. So we're looking for a break of today's open, looking to see can they get back over this, because we talked about the fact that if they don't break this, they most likely want to test this, and that's exactly what we're getting right now. Again, guys, this is normal market mechanics. We didn't break the level underneath. Well, guess what? We're going to go test the one that we just fell from again. Very normal. So right now you're looking for control of today's open. But good sign by buyers showing that they're not over with. Roku's going nuts. Good morning, First Light. What is up, React? Good morning to both of you. A lot of ranting this morning. It's only been 36 minutes. Be sure to check out the very beginning of the stream, as well as a couple of moments ago. We were kind of breaking down a lot of awesome little things. Honestly, the whole first 30 minutes of today's stream has been pretty educational. Ranting, going over things, how to trade the levels better, all that stuff. My voice is going out still. I don't understand. Baba's still in a basing area, but yep, I know you're looking at the Chinese stocks at bases. You just gotta give those time. Let's look for some short-term updates. He said Roku's going nuts. We love a good rant. And yeah, whenever I do this too, there's always these people in chat that have these like egos, and they think I'm targeting them. If you think I'm targeting you, good. You're the person I'm talking to. If you feel like something I've said today connects to you, it probably does. But in my mind, I'm not thinking about a single one of you. I'll be honest. I have no one on my mind, but I'm going over this stuff. I'm kind of using collective things I've seen from the server, collective experiences I've seen from different members messaging me. I really don't have any one of you in mind when I go over these rants. I'm really not targeting or trying to bully anybody. I try to never use any of you as an example if I don't think you're up to it, you know? But no, I'm not targeting anybody. It's just things I see from you guys, things I see from everybody as a whole. I go over your comments on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. I didn't even say Discord, the most popular one. But like, if you feel attacked, good. If you feel attacked, good. I'm talking about you. Eat it. Eat your ego. Eat that shit up. Stop having an ego. Stop ignoring because you think you're... I don't know, like, what people's, like, existential reasons are. There could be a billion because everybody's different. You know, some people are going through a hard part of their life. Maybe it's not about us. Maybe it's not about the market. Maybe it's about something that's going on in their life. You know, maybe it is something that is in the market. Maybe they're just being super egotistical and they just don't want to be wrong. Maybe it's nothing like that. Maybe they're just going through a really hard time in life and in the markets, and it's just an emotional time for them. So they're kind of really having to defend multiple fronts because it just feels like a lot's going on. Everybody's in a different spot, but that does not give you an excuse to just show up in here, ignore things, and then think everything's going to be okay. Limit yourself. Every week I tell you guys, limit. The word limit. It's probably the greatest, most powerful word in the English dictionary. Limit. Limit yourself. If you can limit yourself to doing the same thing over and over again, limit yourself to the levels we practice and the way that we navigate them, the way that we see breaks and retests of them. We see bearish patterns holding a supply. You see a bullish pattern holding a demand. It shows you high probability. If you can limit yourself to those high probability scenarios, and again, when I say that, I don't just mean like just do those good trades, only make good trades. No, I also mean don't take trades when it looks like shit. If it looks like shit, don't touch it. Don't be a part of it because you understand it doesn't feel right. It feels weird. It's right? So if we are going to trade some weird gambling shit like that, it needs to be light, or we just need to not touch it at all. So that's also what I mean by limit yourself. I don't just mean only take good trades. No, I also mean don't take shitty trades. Don't take the trades that don't make sense. If you can ignore those and only take the ones we actually practice, the ones you actually go over, the ones you're confident in, the ones you actually have some understanding of, that is when you can be a trader. That is when you can have an advantage or an edge over the market, as some people on the internet like to say, an edge over the market. That is how you create that edge. It has nothing to do with being lucky or being smart or anything like that. No problem, Dividend. Hopefully your day was alright. I didn't see what you did. My bad. Rejecting PDL, golden pocket of opening move. Chris, thank you for going back. He said if you guys go back to 8:30:40, that is where I started talking about the game plan. Thank you, Chris, for pointing that out. Let me pin that. Thank you for that. Nobody normally does that. Thank you. It means you love us. I do actually. I do love you guys. Oddly enough, I know it's weird to say over the internet. And some people are like, you must be so comfortable in your skin. Nope. I'm pretty awkward too, but I love my community. Just playing it's me versus me. Exactly. Ace is right on it. Don't take shitty trades is the title of Bueller's next video. No, you guys will know what it means. It just be in quotations, limit yourself, but you'll know what it really meant to say. The music in the background and you saying you love us, I can't hear it. I'm assuming it's this playlist here. If you want to see which one it is, it's this one. So I literally just type in non-copyright music for streaming, and then I just click a random one. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I have to lower the volume super low because OBS is super loud. But if you're interested, that is the one I'm listening to. I'll have to go back and see what song you were hearing at 4 hours. What is Coin doing? I see someone said Coin, holy mo... Oh. That's crazy. Coinbase flying. I'm assuming Bitcoin's doing well. I mean, they're not killing it. They're just kind of reacting a little bit. Okay, so coin just late reacting. I don't know what it's doing. And for anybody interested, the MMM play by Daffy is up over 55.5%. I'd like to add, he posted that an hour or 2 hours before the market closed. That was on par. I think it was an hour. D-Touch got in some. Then he goes over why he likes it. Actually, he did it the next day because when he went over why he liked it, and I think it was because we had Thanksgiving, all that stuff was going on. So I think he was giving people time to just kind of just chill. But then he went over it some more. He went over some other interesting points. And then also he made his post to me on the weekly watch list. So if you guys have access to the weekly watch list, he went over other sectors like staples, like we were saying today. Some sectors are going to get kind of rotated out of. Some are going to get rotated into. And some stuff he's looking at involve energy, staples, other sectors. Also the dollar, going over just the interesting aspect behind that. Big pressure point for the equity markets right now. But thank you, Daffy, for that. That is honestly beyond amazing. So here on the 5 minute, we already saw that one candle push over and close, which is good because we had two now close over today's open. Still not past today's high, holding above yesterday's demand. Sorry, when I say yesterday, I mean the last tradable day. But the previous day's open session, holding above that demand, which is a great sign on the 5 and the 1 minute. So just really holding good areas. If they can maintain this, this is a beautiful bullish retest. If not, though, lower highs made, they crack this again. We could get some indecisive trading. And I think a lot of people kind of get annoyed when I say that because they're like, oh, great, nobody's going to win. I can't buy puts and it's not going to dump. I can't buy calls and it's not going to pump. You're right. But that's kind of a needed evil on the bigger time frame charts as well as the smaller time frame charts, whenever you get these big impulsive reactive moves, you're going to have these time periods where price just needs to relax. It just needs to kind of simmer down, kind of just consolidate. It might not look pretty while doing it, but sometimes it's what it needs to do. And that's what you're seeing on really the bigger time frame. And it really kind of cutting down on the smaller time frame, making it even harder for intraday traders. But right now, you're looking for a bullish retest as long as this highlighted area in the middle of the screen holds. If not, most likely seeing that indecisive scenario pop up. And if they keep holding under more lower highs under that zone, then we could even see some nice larger pullbacks. We'll see though. Again, never making up anything, always pointing out scenarios in front of us before they happen, always going over game plans if they were to happen. Therefore, when they do happen, we're not sitting here freaking out. We're not sitting here just completely baffled at how something could have ever happened. You know, we're never going to be sitting here going, oh my God. You know, it's nice to get excited and see price move very well. It's awesome. But it's another thing to be actually surprised by it. You should never be actually surprised unless it's an actually surprising move. Like if we got COVID-19 to ever happen again, or if we had the housing market crash. You know, that's something maybe something we saw could happen, but not anything you would ever witness or put in your head and go, that's going to happen we're going to fall $100 on SPY, blah, blah, blah. Like you're not going to be able to picture that until you see it. If that, then this. If this, then that. Be conditional. Costs making a fat move up, $7 on the day already. Good post by Jacko. My bad, man. I saw you post your chart and trade floor as well. Bring a tear to a grown man's eye. Sorry, Vanessa. Yeah. Focus on work. If you're at work or if you're with your family, focus on that, please. Do not hold us over that. Don't get in trouble. But guys, drop a like on the stream. I feel like I'm out of oxygen because I've just been talking so much. So please drop a like on the stream if you've enjoyed some of the updates, some of the breakdowns, some of the talks that we kind of having back and forth. As you guys can see, we don't just do trades in here. We do all kinds of stuff in here. Go over sectors, analysis, break down potential problems that we can try to talk through, issues, emotional trading, and anything really. Talk about it all in here. I wanted to go over emotional stuff today because it just kind of felt right with some of the stuff I saw over the weekend. Plus, I feel like if I scare some people early this week, I feel like it'll make them trade better throughout the rest of this week because we just came off of a very large break. And there's a lot of important news coming out this week. So yes, trading to the best of your ability is of utmost importance this week because there's just so much going on. And you're coming off of this break, you probably feel sleepy, you probably feel lazy. Shit, I even feel rough. Creator Trade said first. Thank you, Aloha. Thank you, Sand Dollar. More Russian coffee, dude. Thank you so much, man. This better not be taken away from your plane fuel. My boy Sand Dollar is always up in the air. Let's get the likes up, chat. 83 watching and 44 likes. It's all good. All right, guys. Right now we're potentially cracking under that previous day demand. After potentially trying to hold it as a bullish support. Another lower high is being made in the 1 minute, and we might see a break of that structure again. We opened lower than it today, so that doesn't really help us. I mean, it does give you the initial seller momentum, but for new trades, it doesn't help us at all. This is what new traders are looking for. You want to see a close under this area. Scalpers can take initial setups here if it cracks today's open. If not, then you're most likely going to get some indecisive trading. But 5 minute, 1 minute shaping up for potential crack back down if they hold under today's open, which they are kind of hitting it right now. As you can see on the daily, we're a doji. So yeah, we're right at that open. Today's open is of most importance right now. A lot of people in chat finding amazing tickers to look at. I'm talking about Etsy, Mara, RCL, CCL, DAL, MMM, of course, Coin. A lot of awesome tickers being thrown around in chat. I like that. Now, I know I could probably annoy people just going over SPY all the time, but it's nice seeing everybody else cover other tickers. I'm used to like Daffy doing it, D-Touch, stuff like that, but there's other people in there now too. And let's mark our today's open just for example's sake. We did close under it on the 1 and the... No, sorry, just the 1 minute. 5 minutes not done yet. Ooh, and they closed right over it. Or right under it on the 5. So yeah, you should have bears in control for scalp traders, as long as this zone here highlighted maintains resistance. Using that open as kind of a further feeler out. But yeah, a lot of indecisive trading can happen between this level and today's open. So if you get trapped in between here, don't sit there too long. Thank you, Duckman. Took my 55% gains across 2 platforms. He said Duckman. And yeah, guys, spam the chat with Daffy emojis if you can. If you're trading or you're doing something, don't even bother. This is literally if you're just staring at the chat. But yeah, spam the Daffy emojis if you can. Because he did a really, really good job on that triple M play. Yes. Thank you, guys. I always like to post it randomly in Discord just to like freak Daffy out. Honestly, it's just I love supporting Daffy too because he's such a good BB trader. Like he's an amazing. There's almost not a better example than him, because he'll go over stuff days in advance. Multiple days before even touching the options chain, right? He'll go over it. He'll go, okay, guys, I think this is going to be my next one. We'll see. He'll go over a couple things, what he wants to see, what he doesn't want to see, just anything, really. And then as the days, go by, and as he gets closer to his trade entry and he gets in, it's so much fun to watch that before, the during, the after, because he really does do it all. And he does it, I think what my favorite part is not that. It's the fact he's doing it on literally anything you could find. Right, so let's say SPY is just kind of like going up. Tech, healthcare, comms, discretionary, these are all killing it. Banks, these are all going up. They're all moving higher. Then of course SPY is going up higher, right? But let's say all these start to consolidate, like we're seeing here recently, and SPY is not just continuously going up. What do you do in these scenarios? Do you just freak out and just not trade anything, or do you go try to look around for other things? Well, what Daffy does, and why he's the king at this, is he goes and he looks at sectors that aren't moving as well, that have a lot of room left to move. Again, as these bigger sectors, more popular, important sectors stop moving, where does that energy go? Where does that money go? Where does that movement go? It doesn't just go into thin air. It doesn't just disappear. It's somewhere. So it goes to other sectors. And this is why we like to look at other sectors and see, does this end up happening? Do we end up getting any kind of movement from this? Is it going to build off this support block? From any sector, it doesn't matter what. And then this is where those like extra plays can come from. And that's what my favorite part is about Daffy's breakdowns. Is it's not the fact that he gives you guys multiple days of time to look at the play before it happens, to call it out as it happens, but because he's looking at so many different sectors, he's teaching you so much more. It's crazy. It opens my eyes every time he posts it because I'm like, all right, I need to quit looking at this. I need to go look at this sector now. It's nice. And guys, you are getting a little bit of a continued move to the downside after me talking about grabbing puts. Right now, if you are in that play, you're going to keep your stops around that highlighted area slightly above price. We did just push away from that. Right now, you're looking for any kind of flush to the downside. Feel free to skim profits if you guys are taking anything that's a same week or a same day. This amount of movement, yes, that small amount of movement right there, that is enough to consider taking small profits off the table. So if you're somebody who took any of these ideas, I would take some short-term profits here. This was a very nice breakdown so far. It was pretty much after the 5-minute candle close under open. Oh, the dump continuing. Let's go, guys. Great job. I'm not joking. If you took like a same day or a same week, you'll notice a fat difference on this. Fully out now. Fully out. Fully out. Good stuff, everybody. Oh wait, I gotta do the thing. Guys, post your profits, post your gains, tag me if you took that play, post your results. Who caught that? What are the other stereotypical sayings people say when they're right? I knew that was gonna happen. Who all saw that? I knew that was gonna happen. Who all caught that? What are the famous ones? Yeah, buy the BB course. Go buy the BB course. That exact thing is in there, I swear. If you had bought when I told you. Yeah, that's a good one. If you had bought when I told you and then just straight up told you. Those are always the funniest ones. I hate that one. SF said, hit that like button, yo. Yeah, I told you is probably the worst one. I told you. Did you not buy AMC when I was telling you to buy AMC? Oh my god, you dummy. That's why you're not a millionaire. You don't listen to anything I say. You're just like, bro, where do you live? What's your job? I have a part-time job at I want to say Domino's. That's actually a decent job. I was gonna say McDonald's. I got a part-time job at McDonald's, working fourth shift, this and that. Like, huh? And you want me to follow you every time you say something? And I'm going to say this again in case there's somebody new in here. If you guys ever see me go over a trade idea, or I'm covering a trade I'm taking or just talking about to give everybody else a good trade idea, don't take that as like, oh, it's a signal, make sure you take that. I also have parameters. Like right now, if you were in that trade, you should have already been back out because you just rebroke today's open. You don't really have any reason to be sitting in that trade anymore. We're back into indecisiveness. This is where I said this could get ugly. So they did give a nice pull-away move, which wasn't expected. Very nice that they gave us that. And now they're back up here, possibly giving a second short entry for all we know, but they're not going to make it easy for us to see. They're going to trap some people for a couple moments. Because, again, look at the 1 minute, and it's like, oh, this could just be a retake, this could be a retest. Then you look at the 5 minute, it's like, oh, wow, this could be a higher low, this could be rejecting the previous day demand. You look at the 15 minute at the top right of the chart, and you're like, okay, wow. Bulls could launch this if they just hold today's open. Like, that's the first thing you should see when you see that chart. Today's open is key. Any move, any retest, any break can happen from that level. 454.65. MMM is flying now. Let's go. Creator said, if Bueller calls something, it means jump in with every dollar in your account. Definitely don't do that. Though, if you did do it over the past couple trades, you would probably be up very nice. But that's not a good track record, though. I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, man. Full port everything I say. But yeah, MMM is flying. Wow. You guys almost got to 97 today. Almost up 1% on the day, which I feel like people are like, that's not even that much. That's a huge amount. Look at the daily time frame. That is beautiful. Can anybody tell me what is the name of this pattern here? Now, if you were to name the 3, that's fine with me, but I'm only highlighting the 2, so I don't want to hear what this third pattern's called, this pattern here. I just want to hear this one. Can anybody tell me what that is? NFA, IMO. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. That is the 3 white soldiers, but that's not the one I'm looking for. You got one of those words right, Chris. You got one of those words right. There you go. Bullish kicker. There you go. Bullish kicker. There you go. It's the exact opposite of the one we went over earlier. Exactly. Why is that? Because it opened entirely over the previous day. Remember, what is a red candle? Yeah, here's the high, here's the low, but what do they open and close? That means they opened here and closed here, right? So if we were to gap down, right? That would just show like the next open right here, right? Or even a gap up, and it could be a soldier candle, and it could be inside of that candle, and it finishes higher. But it didn't. It opened entirely over the previous day. So it isn't just a normal gap up. This is a very strong gap up, the strongest type of gap up. It's a kick. That's why it's called a kicker. But it gets kicked like a soccer ball. But it's kicked over the entirety of the previous day's open and close. That is what makes it so important. Now, I'm not saying that's what made this go up. I'm just saying this kind of adds into Daffy's analysis from what he did Friday into today. Another BK. There you go, P-Van. P-Van's on top of it today. You're good, Chris. I do that sometimes, too. I mean, you literally hear me talking sometimes, and I'll say words that don't exist because I'm over here trying to say 3 things at once. So, trust me, you're good. I won't count that as a wrong answer. I know you probably meant to say bullish kicker. The fact that you got kicker right was really what I was looking for, so good looks. But yeah, no worries. I can't even speak this language right, so you're good. Let alone type it. Plus, trading's kind of funny. I always tell you guys this, like, and it's weird until somebody else tells you this. It felt so weird to me until I heard another person say this out loud. But talking about trading is very awkward. It's very weird. It's very hard. It can be complex sometimes. And I don't mean like you're not smart enough to say it. Like, it's just a weird topic to talk about out loud because a lot of it's emotion related. You know, sometimes you'll be like, well, it was up against my level and then it rejected and wicked and then I just kind of felt uneasy. And you know, that might sound weird to someone who's not in trading, you know. So when you're going over this stuff, you know, make sure you're giving yourself that realistic view of things you would do and wouldn't do, as well as emotionally wouldn't do. You wouldn't put $10,000 into a random trade that doesn't make sense to you. So if you're going to review the chart, should you really be backtesting it in that manner? No. So I guess what I'm saying is give yourself a realistic view. What do you do for a living? Click a button. Make that a meme or a shirt. Ooh, you bought a new desktop. Nice, Mel. Daffy said 97.14 is the level on MMM. So if you guys are not already trimming profits towards target, he's giving you his target. Good stuff, though, Mel. I'm glad to hear about your new desktop, man. I can't wait to hear what you got. You'll have to send us a picture once you get it all set up and stuff. But guys, I haven't heard from you all in a few days. How was everyone's weekend? Now that a lot of the business is out of the way, we've got one of our trades out of the way. We can wait for a little bit before another one, and we've gone over some sectors. You guys have given an amazing amount of updates. How was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Did you guys eat some good food? Did you guys rest? Did you guys relax? Did you work your ass off this weekend? What did everyone do? Did you guys drink? Did you just chill? This is your favorite time of the year? Same, man. Honestly, I love the holidays. It's weird. Like, you could even be a person who's not really big into, like, family events and still love the holidays. The holidays are just a great time of the year. Great weekend. I'd love to hear that. He will play CS2 with you. Gotta get Mel on Steam now. I'm going back and forth on whether to get a new laptop or buy a desktop for trading. Definitely do your research, look around some. Definitely don't jump the gun, because I know many people, not just from chat, but just around my friends too, people, you know, just buying something too quick, and then you don't like it, and it's like, what the heck? So make sure you do some research, you understand what you're looking for, and what you need, really. Shut up, Ace. Do y'all see the kiss-ass answer he said? I said, how was everyone's weekend? Who did drinking? All that stuff. He goes, I watched Workshop 11. The entire time the stream wasn't on, I was on your video, rewatching and rewatching and rewatching. I just picture Robot Chicken, but with Ace, staring at a bunch of screens, and on all the screens are my videos. Busy AF. How are you, Timmy? How are you feeling, man? I haven't been asking you that much recently. I know you're probably still recovering a little bit. Busy AF, though, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get some relief this week, Timmy. Daffy said it was great. I know yours was great, man. I saw your food. It looked great. Restful, no screens, lots of good food. Love it. That's the best part. No screens. I love to hear that. Made sandwiches, work at Subway. Oh, that's kind of cool. Shout out to Paper Hands. Hey, man, I always tell people, if you have a 9 to 5, if you have an actual job, never, ever, 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 ever down yourself. I don't give a fuck what the internet says. Stop listening to those stupid messages where people are like, having a job is stupid. It takes away your freedom. You should never try to thrive to be better. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, you can have a job and use that to help fuel whatever your side grinds are in the future, to fuel whatever your next motivation is. Like, having a job is an amazing thing, and don't ever let anybody ever tell you that, no matter what it is. Now don't be a jackass, though. Don't be lazy. Don't go to Subway and do nothing all the time and then complain about your job. Don't do that. And I'm sure you're not like that. But shout out to you, man. I always respect anybody who has a job, because I was in plumbing, dude. I fucking hated it. But I worked my ass off, and it taught me a lot of amazing things about work ethic, about just respecting yourself, really. You know, understanding your responsibilities at your job, just taking it seriously, and then using that to fuel other things. Don't let that be your curb. You know, don't let that stop. Don't let that be your ceiling. You know, don't be like, I have a job, I can't do anything beyond that. Yes, you can. Don't ever stop yourself. And look at Paper Hands, a great example. Has a job and he's in here. A lot of you guys have jobs and you're in here. But I always like to make that point, because I hate when I see that shit online. Because I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Anybody who ever says that has never had a real job in their life, or they did have one and they sucked at it so bad they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about it. So they repress those memories and they want to make it seem like having a job is stupid. Going to school is stupid. No, it's situational. Where are you working? What are you going to school for? Are you actually going to use what you're going to school for? It's situational. So it's different for everybody. Sometimes it's a great thing. Sometimes it's a horrible thing. I had a best weekend ever. Good food, good friends and family, and lots of rest. I love to hear it. That is what everyone needed. Weekend was great. Watched some videos and ate an awful lot. I'm proud of you, David Q. You deserve it. A little drinking, a little relaxing, no charts, cleaning the brain. Good stuff, Maddie. I'm very proud of you, man. No screen time is seriously a very important thing, and I'm glad you guys are always talking about that too, because we talk about that so much in here. You know, just the feeling of being refreshed. It's not even about the fact that, like, oh, screens suck, get away from it. No, it's the refreshed feeling. It's almost like you're like a new person when you reapproach the screen and you have like all your past experiences lined up in your head and you're just ready to go. Feels nice. No screen time and time with the fam to reset some, plus the food gains. I worked 3 12-hour night shifts on Thanksgiving. Guys, everybody, round of applause for First Light. That is amazing, First Light. I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but that had to be some killer overtime, dude. What do you do for a living? I mean, if you don't want to share, you don't have to, but what do you do for a living? That's crazy, though. Oh, and then he said, and Christmas decorations for the last couple days. Ooh, that's right. We got Christmas coming around the corner. Thanksgiving is gone. I'm so ready for Christmas. Crater said jokes on Ace. I watched Workshop 12. How do you know Ace isn't telling the truth? You're right. I shouldn't doubt the man. You're right. Maybe he did just watch it all weekend. I ended up spending more than I expected on... Budge was $70. I went a little over... Oh my god, Daffy. 2 screens, 27-inch MSI, 179 each. Nice. How was yours, Josh? Pretty good, honestly. I had a lot of good food. I would say good food is the summary of mine, which you guys know me. I don't really eat a whole lot, but I'm not joking. I probably ate more than all of you these past couple days. I mean, we had Fleming's then I ate we ate leftovers that night, and then the next day we had ribs and like all kinds of stuff. It was insane. I was having the craziest Thanksgiving. Definitely one for the books. Family time and relaxing. I love to hear that, Chuck. Happy for you. Timmy said, not bad. I still have bandages on my knee. Every day I say it's going to look great tomorrow, and it just does nothing. But I get my CAT scan results / decision on surgery Wednesday. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, let us know, Timmy. I'm personally interested. I don't know about the rest of these people. But I'm interested, Timmy. And I really do hope you get better, man. Because I know you aren't a crybaby. You aren't like that, but you know me. I just like to send those positive vibes. Too many people are out here telling people they need to walk away before they can make real money. So many millionaires were made by just working and being smart with money. Exactly. A lot of your like most wealthy people in the world had normal jobs. Were in debt at one point. A lot of them have even been bankrupt before. Let's do the info, settle, and decloud your brain. Nice. Night shift right now. Okay. Do you like that night shift first light, or is it too much on you? Sounds like it's all right though. Besides the 3 12-hour shifts, but besides that, seems all right. Spent time with family and put together my Xmas treats menu. Nice. Getting ready for what's next. Happy for you getting to spend time with the family. When is Leland and Bueller course dropping? Keep dreaming. My brother is a RN as well. He loves all the OT he gets. He said 312's done. Too easy. I like 410s or 312 schedule first light. Sorry I had to do that though. Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was, I think it was more just like the fact that it was Thanksgiving. It was like, damn, what insane timing. You said, wow, that is a Texas Thanksgiving. Cost is about to hit 600, Jack said. Guys, we're holding over today's open with the higher low now, guys. So you should be a little bit more bullish than bearish now again. We had that like one opportunity, and then ever since then they took back today's open. Try losing it again, took it again, higher low, another higher low, holding a higher area now. So giving a lot more signs that bulls want to take things higher on the smaller time frames. So far, things can change. All of us Texas folks need to have a meetup. How many of y'all are in here? I didn't know there were that many. Phil Knight was in debt till he went public. There you go. Life is a journey. Enjoy it with whatever life brings. Never complain. Just be thankful for what you have and the people you have. Bueller's like Cardi teasing. I am not like Playboy Cardi. It's only been like a month. Playboy Cardi would do that for like a year plus. Set up Christmas decorations. Nice. I have to see y'all's Christmas stuff. Whenever like another couple weeks go by, y'all need to send some pictures in off-topic chat. I gotta see some of y'all's trees, some of y'all's Christmas lights, y'all's Christmas decorations. I just love Christmas. Spoken like a true stoic. I don't like taking a trade until we break pre-market high or pre-market low, so sitting on my hands. I like that, Ace. Because, again, and that's a good kind of reference point, too, what Ace just said. The pre-market high and pre-market low. These are essentially, I mean, they're not the strongest of levels, but it is probably the strongest reference point, though, if you know what I mean. Like, for starting the day out, right? If you were to sit above pre-market low, right, and then you built a higher low above that, it's not bearish until it breaks that pre-market low. You know, you're essentially seeing a possible demand play happen right there, even if you don't have a zone drawn there. So no, I like Ace's little limit himself kind of rule. Like I'm not taking anything unless I see a break of the initial pre-market range. I like that. Nothing wrong with that at all. He said the proper term is holiday tree. My bad, Ace. Holiday trees, everybody. He said Texas needs to secede. There's a lot of problems that go into that, though. I have seen the videos that break down like how it's possible and all that stuff. I always thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, did he really tell me to keep dreaming? Oh my gosh. Keep dreaming or the course is never coming out. No, I gotta do it like you guys know me. I gotta do it like other groups. I gotta come out and be like, if you guys all buy this or that, or you sign up for this or that, or you do this or that, then you'll get the Bueller course or whatever. No, one day I'm just gonna randomly drop it. And you guys are gonna get it. We're not gonna do any weird parameters or anything. How much for early access? This man, I'm not doing any of that. Everybody else on Twitter is looking to profit on everybody. I'm just looking to get a course out. I just want to get the second course out because it's just extra information on top of the first one. I wouldn't get overly excited though. If you already have access to like the Discord, right? Like the information in there, like my swing trading channel in there that breaks down patterns to the smaller time frame. That's some stuff I'm going to be covering in there. You know, just because it's super simple levels that we see every day. You know, it's almost like this course is going to be for people who want to look at things in the most simple fashion ever. Like that's what this course is going to be. It's almost like it's just trading candlesticks to a certain extent, because there's certain rules, like absolute rules. When I say absolute, I mean every time it happens, right? So let's say you get an inside bar for an example, right? But I don't have any levels on my screen. There's vanilla levels that are drawn for that exact candlestick. And the same thing for the outside bar, the same thing for the piercing line, soldier candle, evening star, morning star. There's vanilla levels that are drawn and thought about, and there's also vanilla scenarios. When I say vanilla, by the way, I'm meaning like this is like the most basic normal function that they can do, right? And so every time you see these basic vanilla levels or these vanilla candlestick patterns, there are vanilla trades that can be taken on the smaller time frames, you know, in the most basic form. So I think that's really what me and Leland are going after, but we're doing it in a way that's really slow, because we're kind of breaking down like every candlestick, every level, everything, and then going over it in a video. We're not just doing slideshows or anything lazy. There's a lot going on. So I'm kind of still working on a lot of my part of the course. Leland's kind of just doing a piece at a time, which is what I asked of him. I don't want him to rush. I don't want me to rush. I want it to be right, so we don't have to look at it over and over and over again. Cyber Wednesday deal. Vanessa said 200 likes on the stream and the course drops on. We don't have it done yet. I couldn't give you that deal even if I could. I'll let you guys know though. Y'all will have it before anybody. I'm not gonna go on Twitter and be like, all right guys, here it is. Like, I'm gonna probably go to Discord. I'm gonna show it on YouTube. I'm not gonna bring it to Twitter and all that crap. If they want to, they can buy it, but we're most likely gonna be giving it to members. 300 likes then? This man. If you got today's stream to like 500, I would go complete it today. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think a lot of people are gonna like the course because it's basic stuff. It really is, but at the same time, it's deep. It's complex because it's things that not a lot of people look at. You know, when you look at a piercing line, not most people know that you need to mark the halfway point of the previous candle, because that's what makes it a piercing line. So if you're on like the 5 minute, the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 15, the 30 minute, the 20 minute, the 10 minute, it doesn't matter. Any of these smaller time frames, if you have those vanilla levels, that's what you should be using for your 40% entries, your 80% entries, your higher lows, your lower highs. That's what you need to be trading off of, right? So if you want to trade in the most minimalistic way, that's what this course is going to be going over. How to trade in a minimalistic way while having the most powerful information on your screen still. You gave me an idea, actually, for one of my breakdowns. And yeah, I have not started the podcast. I want to finish the course first. Then we'll do the thing. And damn, it's already been over an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half. That is mind-blowing. All that ranting. But it looks like buyers are definitely in control. They're holding today's open. They're holding the zone that we keep kind of jump roping around right now. So buyers definitely present. They just need to show that they're here. They need to get that extra move off of this support now. But really good show of hands so far. I have to step out. We'll see you all later. Thank you. No problem, Mel. Thank you, Mel. Hope you have a great day, man. We're building a lot of pressure. Good job, Timmy. You are correct. King Carnage says, still think that we approach a new high of day. Oh yeah, Chuck's recovering too. I keep forgetting about you, Chuck. My bad, man. Chuck fought a bear. Like 3 bears. And he survived. Hopefully you're recovering very well also, Chuck. Sorry for forgetting about you. I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, if you guys ever see Chuck fighting a bear, get in and help the bear. Hey, whatever, Creator Trade, you said Cap. I'll let you fight Chuck. I'll let you dig your own grave. Oh, man. Chuck, I'm fighting a few bears right now. I don't think you're fighting them, Daffy. On that MMM chart, you seem to be destroying the bears. Chris said, Chuck, leave some women for the rest of us. 3M, new high of day. Good job, Daffy. Not even surprised to be seeing you say that. Chuck says, Dr. Sev 75%, but I'm going to get 110%. That's the spirit, Chuck. We ain't no 75%ers around here. Creator said, not fighting bears, but I am fighting demons. Hidden Land said, not fighting demons, but I am fighting taxes. Daffy said, holding some spy cheaplies, which means cheap weekly calls. Said nothing too crazy, though. Some cheaplies. That's honestly a good way of, like, saying that quicker. Like, guys, I'm buying cheap weekly calls. Just checking chat, making sure everybody's still alive. Looks like everybody's fine. What's up, Zaya? Zaya asked, could you remind me which sectors hold the most weight? So you could cheat and you could just go to the Analyze tab here, well, on SPY, and it'll show you, whoops, and hit Fundamentals, and it'll show you all that. But off of the top of my head, I always like to just remember the top 5. I like to go over XLK, which is the tech sector, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA. Very, very important sector. This is your pure blood tech sector. Everybody always calls QQQ tech, but I have no clue why. It's not just tech in there. There's way more than just tech in the triple Q sector. So it's not a tech sector. I hate when people say that. It's not. XLK is the pure blood tech sector. This is the heaviest SPY weight by far. XLV, healthcare. It's the least popular sector, least traded sector, but it's the second heaviest sector. So it's pretty damn important, as you can tell. Then you have banks, XLF, discretionary, XOY. You have your Amazon, Tesla, Nike, Home Depot, McDonald's sector. Comms, Google, Meta, Netflix. So top 5 sectors right there. And like I said, if you want to go to the Analyze tab and hit Fundamentals, you can see all of these percentages. These update live. So you can see 29% of SPY is the pure blood tech sector, XLK. Healthcare. Almost 13% of it is just healthcare. So you can see a little over 40% is just between 2 sectors. Isn't that crazy? And if you look in those sectors, you can see UNH, Eli Lilly, Microsoft, Apple. That's most of those 2 sectors. Good question. You're also a member, Zaya. You should check out that sectors video that I have for you guys. I would definitely check that out. But good question. Thank you, Vanessa, for also answering the top weight. You were correct on that. I might have been grabbing coffee earlier if/when you talked about the stream schedule this week. Which days are you? Oh, I didn't do it. Damn it. I didn't do it. Let me see. So what I do, honestly, lately what I've been doing for my stream schedule is I go off of, 1, how I feel, 2, I go off of the news. So let's see what days have good news. So today, probably not going to do a full day stream. I'm honestly just not up for it on a Monday. I just don't think Mondays are a good day to do full day streams, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be correct on that because of the bigger time frame. I don't really want to do it Tuesday because all we have is consumer confidence and then a bunch of Fed speakers. So I kind of want to save my energy for doing it for like Wednesday and maybe Friday, or Wednesday and Thursday, and then just do like a normal stream Friday. So I'm really not sure, but it's definitely looking like the back half of the week is the more important part of the week in terms of me streaming all day or not. But let's make it right now. Which days should I do the 2 full day streams on this week? We've been doing 2 every week. Making a note right now. This week's streams. Here we go. All right, so Monday is already kind of done. Tuesday open to 10:30. Wednesday. I feel like I have to stream full day Wednesday. Wednesday is like a no-brainer. Have to full day stream that one. All right, so let's say full day stream. All right. Thursday, ISM numbers. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. My bad. Hold up. No, Thursday needs to be a full day stream, not Wednesday. I'm reading that wrong. Full day stream. Wednesday or Friday. That's kind of the guess here. Are we doing Wednesday or Friday? Which one do y'all prefer? Wednesday and Friday best. Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Friday. Everybody's saying Wednesday, Friday. Okay, maybe not Thursday. I would think y'all would want me to stream this day because this is when OPEC comes out, PCE comes out. This is consumer spending, jobless claims. This is like the bee's knees of the week right here. This is like the bread and butter day, Thursday. I think y'all want me to stream this day. I know y'all keep saying Wednesday. All right, we'll do Wednesday. Y'all want me to stream Wednesday. So Wednesday and Friday, that's what y'all want. All right. Fair enough. You do have Thursday? Okay, I think y'all saw what I saw. I think y'all were thinking this was like Wednesday or Friday. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is Wednesday. I feel like we should do Thursday and Friday. So yeah, last 2 days. Ace said Saturday. Creator said Monday through Friday. All right, yeah. All right, we'll do that. All right, I'm typing the list right now. Open to 10:30, and then full day stream, and then Friday full day stream. All right, cool. Which you guys know me. Some days on like the days that we don't do a full day stream, sometimes we end those earlier. Sometimes we go way longer than we're supposed to. So those days are always different. All right, well, I'm glad we all collabed on that. I like to work with you guys on the stream schedule. I'll tweet it out. I'll put it on Discord. I'll do all that. Good teamwork. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Also, I like to include y'all in this because it's like now you see how I make my schedule. I really don't have like a tool or anything that tells me to be bullish or be bearish or when to stream, when not to stream. There's nothing like that. It's just whenever I feel like it. Oh shit. Yo, if y'all have access to Reason Over Risk, go look right now. Reason Over Risk. That's the channel you want to look at. Regardless of the play working out or not, I need y'all to go review that. That is very nice. Vanessa said D-Toucher charts are clean. His charts are amazing. Yeah, I thought that too, Maddie. I don't know why. I was like staring at Wednesday. I'm like, this is Wednesday. Or staring at Thursday going, this is Wednesday. I don't know why. I think I scrolled up and down too much. It kind of confused me. It probably made it hard on y'all too. All good. All right, well, I tweeted out the stream schedule and I sent it in Discord as well. So everybody should have that this week. Thank you for reminding me, man. I don't know where I would be without y'all. I had already forgotten to do that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I woke up like 1,000 times last night. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, every 2 minutes, I'm not joking, like 32 minutes, I would wake up. It was so weird. I'd show up for a Saturday stream. If we did a Saturday stream, it'd probably be me playing video games. I don't want to look at charts on a Saturday. Saturday is like my one day I don't look at charts. I wake up very early. I say very. I wake up early on Sunday to do my weekly watch list, and I'm instantly looking at charts on Sunday morning. So Saturday really is like my one off day. And then even towards the end of Sunday, you know, after football's done, I'll reload them again just to make sure everything's good. Everyone has, charts posted. I'll see if anybody posted anything during the day on Sunday or Saturday, and then on the end of Sunday, I'll try to reply to them, or I'll try to find something that I also like on it. But yeah, nice pullback again. Buyers failing to hold. So let's talk about this, because I was kind of ranting and looking at things. But guys, they did really good. Bulls did really good for a little bit here. They really did. But what was one thing they failed to do after making higher lows? Can anybody tell me? What is something they failed to do? Even though they had higher lows, they're holding a bullish area of support. We talked about the importance behind this. What did they not do? There you go. Timmy got it right off the bat. The HH, the higher high, right? We know our trends. Oh, look. So you're in an uptrend. See how it pops a new high? Oh, but then it doesn't pop a new high. And then it builds base, makes a lower high, and then it cracks down. That's just following trend. Great job, Timmy. Now, sometimes it's not going to be, as simple as that. And it's going to be annoying to watch. Sometimes they fail multiple times. Sometimes they take their sweet time. Why is this, guys? Because the market doesn't want to make it obvious. If it's obvious, then we're all on the same side of the trade, which means there's no money to be made, right? So they have to make it not obvious, or make it too obvious so they can trap people, to where they can actually have a part of the chart where there's a profitable part of the chart is really what I'm getting at. They can't dump this without making money, right? So they got to trick people. They got to have people thinking, oh, wow, this is holding bearish. This is holding bullish. This is holding bullish. This is holding bullish. Holding bullish. Oh, we didn't pop a new high. People are getting really excited here. We cracked back down. Broke this support. This is when it was invalidated. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Way back here. Because it broke the higher low. It changed trend. Getting the higher high. Good job, Vanessa. Kept making lower highs. Good job, King Carnage. Make a new high. Good job, David Q. Jacko said also failed to maintain open print. Yep. Kind of giving us that kind of second feeler outside of that. The game is a fickle blank. That she is. Took retest of the open. Good job, creator. You took this green candle, I'm assuming. God, I'm like dying over here. Right after it? Okay. Like seconds after it closes. Okay, good. That's sometimes what I like to do too, creator, because it's like, it gives you that last second of like, all right, that's definitely not closing a higher on me. Okay, I'm definitely in on a potential retest. I like what you did there. Good job, creator. Round of applause. I'm glad you waited for the candle close. Glad you waited until you saw it all play out. I did not mean to put a laughing emoji. Sideways. Yeah. If everybody looks in the top right of your chart, this is what Timmy is talking about. Top right, and honestly, all the charts, really. All 4 of them kind of display a potential sideways trade. And we talked about this. We talked about the potential chance of not just trading within this candle. My bad. Not just trading within this candle, but trading within this zone. And we are. Like I said, we have another potential sign of a slowdown. You have multiple now on the daily time frame, possibly telling us that even if a reversal isn't here yet, it might be popping up very soon. But guys, thank you for over 50 likes on the stream. I just noticed. Thank you. I've only called out 1 trade today, but a lot of people in chat have called out a hell of a lot more than me. They had MMM, Amazon, a couple other plays going on in there. So a lot of people posting SPY and Tesla and all kinds of tickers in the Discord. So good job to everybody, seriously. Anybody in here who's taking their own trades too. You know, I don't really care if you're only following Bueller or only following Bueller's friends. I don't care about that. If you're following your own trades and it's with the system, I'm happy for you. I really don't care if it's following someone or not. I'd rather it be on your own. But good job if you are. Either route. Just make it make sense. That's really what we're going for. Understanding everything in front of us that is a part of the system. If it's outside of it, then it's noise. It's gambling. We don't need to be paying attention to it. Damn, back-to-back full-day streams Thursday and Friday. That's going to be fun. I'm going to have to line up some people from chat. I don't want to bring any special guests in here, but I want to bring some, like, members from the chat in here. I think it'd be cool to have some, you know, just your usual BB trader in here. So if you guys are interested in possibly making it into a full-day stream just for your own little, you know, 20, 30, 40-minute session, whatever we do. Yeah, I'll reach out maybe like Thursday, Friday. You guys can start tagging me if you're comfortable enough to be in here. I'll invite you into a Discord call and we can have everybody in here. Try to do 1 person at a time or 2. No, I don't want to do too many. But I think that would be something cool, interesting, something we haven't done a lot of yet. You know, I've brought a lot of members in here, other guests in here, but we haven't done that many like in one day. So I feel like we could try to like rotate a few people in here, go over maybe some of their trades, ask them just some basic questions, just kind of hear about them, really. It doesn't need to be like anything super trading related, but we can make it. What just fell? Oh, cologne. But yeah, who in here in YouTube stream would want to make it into a full day stream? Who would want to be in here for, you know, 20, 30, 40 minutes just to talk? Would anybody in here be comfortable enough? If not, you know, it's okay. I'm not really pressuring anybody. It can be a little hard to sit here and talk in front of a bunch of people, and doing it for a lengthy amount of time can be kind of a challenge as well. I don't want to put my bad habits in everyone's head. You could sign me up. I ain't scared. Hey, King Carnage, just remember though, habits that you've formed, habits that you're experiencing, it's not abnormal. Just remember that. You are not alone. Creator just straight up says, I'm scared. A said, people can fade my trades and make a lot of money. Meaning you guys could literally Jim Cramer him. I know, just working to get rid of them. Remember what we talked about. Slowly, over time, through the process, you will work them out of your system. Out of your system, you know what I mean? So far, though, King Carnage, you definitely got to give yourself a little bit of props. Like, we all have these little mistakes, but man, you have been slowly making your own higher lows, slowly over time. And your engagement, too. You engage in here a lot. So, I can tell, you know. And I haven't even seen your portfolio or seen what you've exactly been doing. But, you know, just kind of talking with you more and more. I've never once been like, oh, here we go with this guy again. Like, I got to talk to this guy. Like, cause there are those few people that pop up every now and again that do kind of annoy me because I know that they're lazy. But I know you're not lazy. I know you're not like one of those people. So I never get annoyed with you. I never feel rushed or feel weird when I talk to you or answer your questions or just see you talk and type in chat. But you're doing great, man. Seriously. Slowly over time, work them out of your system. You know, building good habits, limiting yourself like we talked about. Today's stream was meant for someone like you, for real. Just kind of like giving you that re-motivation of like, all right, man, stick to my rules. I know what I'm doing. Just got to keep doing it. But I always appreciate you, King Carnage. Keep it going, man. Never a good thing when your name becomes a verb. Kramer is bullish on Bitcoin? Oh, God. Crypto just started rallying again. Don't say that, Jim. Shut up, Jim. I'm back, but in a very noisy Starbucks. My sound is off for now. Guys, we can all talk about Sand Dollar. Good call out. Timmy, he is correct on that. I had to look at that for a second. He is correct on that, though. This is the first actual rejection of today's open. The previous time, we did come down under it. We rejected the zone, but we didn't reject the today's open that first time we dropped under it. Good eye, Timmy. See, like that right there, like that was so tedious and small, someone might be like, oh, that doesn't matter. But like it just instantly shows like, look, Timmy's paying attention. Timmy is focused as ever hell. You know, I couldn't take him off this focus if I wanted to. That right there, I'll go to war for someone like Timmy because he's showing, oh, look, I'm paying attention. I'm trying my hardest. I'll answer the same question from him 50 times in a row because of that. But don't come in here and be like, wait, so are 40% entries puts? Are lead tests for puts? Are buy the dips for calls? Like, don't come in here with that energy. Focused as ever hell. You've never heard that? How old are you? Oh, you are a little younger. What time is the bond auction, AM or PM? Let me look. 22. Did you change your age? I could have swore you said you were like 21 last week. Or was it your birthday or something? When was your birthday, Crater? Was it recent? You don't have to say the exact date, but was it recent? Well, birthdays are... Yeah, I got you. That's why I was asking. Okay, so it wasn't in between what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought you were... In my head, I just think you're 21. I don't know why. All the time. Huh. I'm late. Happy belated birthday, Creator Trades. I love you. As much as you don't think that. Can you show on the chart what you just said about the first actual rejection? How was the rejection different from the dip earlier in the day? By the way, the auction comes out at 10:30, 10:30, and noon. So let's look at it, Vanessa, real quick. Look at it for just a few more moments. So this is today's open, right? And we dipped under it. Awesome. Great. So took it again. Awesome. Great. They held over it. Good retest. Broke it again. Retested away from the zone, not from that level. Broke again, right? Retook it. Rejecting the zone again. Holding. Pushing above it, right? So we're just kind of like breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking, but no retests are happening at the open. They're all happening at here, right? You have good retest holding over the open. You have good retest pushing away from this zone multiple times. You even have them holding it right here with the higher lows, right? But we didn't get any rejections of today's open. We didn't once reject today's open. We broke it, and when I was calling out my play earlier, that was over here, right? I didn't have any confidence in this because I was saying I was bullish here as long as it held this zone. They broke that zone. It invalidated. What did they do this recent time? And this is why I was so impressed with Timmy, is because we didn't break this, and that was it, just like the other times. We broke this, came back up, and actually retested this, and then pushed back again. So we didn't make a new low to keep that as a super strong bearish trend, which would have been. They built a higher low. But this is the first time on the day price is actually pushed away from the open, not just that zone. So it's almost like you have 1-2 confirmations for bear so far, just based off that. And that's what Timmy was pointing out. He didn't mean we've never broken today's open. No, we have many times. This was just the first time it actually got a actual retest. You kind of got like a short one here and then another one here. So this was like the first time it's actually been pushing away from the open. Days like this are what kill me, never making a strong move in either direction. I've got to recognize the pattern and be in and out. You also need to just trade less. Anytime, King Carnage, you'll hear me in the streams, man. I'll say today's most likely to be indecisive because of, and then I'll go over it. If it's still inside of this area, it's a good just no trade range. You shouldn't be trading between 453.67 and 455.50s. You just shouldn't. And like you said, if you are, it needs to be quick. It doesn't need to be a trade that we're marrying or investing into super long, because we understand we're in a short-term scenario, so we need to be as short-term as possible. I haven't traded today, but I keep getting faked out anyway. No, that's good, though. That's progression, though, King Carnage. What you just said. I don't even think you realized. You just said, I haven't traded today. That right there, that is you doing better. That is you ignoring the mistakes you could possibly make. And then you said, but I keep getting faked out anyway. Okay, that's okay. Your mental reps suck. That's okay. That's adding more validation to you not taking a real trade yet. That right there is progression. That is the biggest progression. You're not going to just randomly go from making mistakes to making $1 billion. There's steps in between that. This is the biggest step in between that, what you just said. Round of applause for King Carnage, everybody. I thought you were going to be like, man, I took like 5 trades today. I lost them all. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And that would have been a different story, but you didn't take any trades. You just been taking mental reps. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That's exactly what I wanted to read from you, King Carnage. I did not want to see you going in here and going, oh, I took a bunch of trades and they lost because they reversed and I got faked out again. Like, no, what the fuck? Why are you trading? We're between 453.67 and 455.50. Why are you trading that? And you didn't. Round of applause to you, King Carnage. That is what I'm talking about, limiting yourself. So what if you don't take a trade today? Are we people who need a trade every day? No. What the hell? Let's not do that. Let's not force ourselves to believe we have to take a trade every single day or we're just not there. We're just not a good trader. No, it has nothing to do with that. Never pressure yourself with the amount of trades you should be taking. This is why I say do not set expectations. Do not set, I have to trade once or twice a day. I have to get one good trade. No, you don't. If you do that, you're screwing yourself. You can only trade when you can trade. You can't just trade every time you feel like it. Guess what? You'll be getting losses that you don't feel like having. Dan H said, Sideways ab market. Sideways ab market. Yes, I need to trade. I need the adrenaline. Timmy. I'm glad you said that, Timmy, because if somebody else would have said that, it would have been red flags, but I know you're messing around. You guys are funny. And there's no judging around here, Vanessa. You're good. I don't judge. Well, I'll judge if you're lazy, but you're not lazy, so you're good. I think leaning to not trade at all might be the hardest lesson to learn. That is exactly what I'm getting at. It is the hardest. It is so hard not to trade. I say this all the time. So hard not to trade BFARC. That is probably the best comment of the day. He said dead at. Because and that's why I gave so much love to King Carnage just now. I don't think people really understand how hard it is to not trade. Like, I think you guys, like, not just you guys, people in general, but like they hear that and they're like, oh, you just don't trade. It's so easy. You just don't do it. And then, but you actually get into trading. You get into seeing what good trades look like. You get into seeing what trades you're going after, right? And then the day opens. And regardless of your conditions on the daily, regardless of what tells you to not trade as much that day, regardless of what that is, it is still hard to follow it. Because another thing that could happen too is FOMO. Like, I think another reason that not trading is the hardest thing is because it connects to so many other problems beyond that, right? So let's say you're telling yourself all day, I'm not going to trade, I'm not going to trade, I'm not going to trade. It's stuck between my zone. I'm not touching this, right? But then something starts happening, right? Towards the end of the day, towards lunchtime. let's say a big green move or big red move starts happening, and then but it doesn't follow anything you've covered, right? It's still in between your zone, and then you like it because it's got good momentum, so you get into calls, right? It keeps going, it keeps going. There's now two scenarios where, one, it goes your direction and you make dirty money that you didn't plan to make but you made. Okay, that's good, more money for your account, but it didn't really do anything for you from an educational standpoint. You didn't learn anything, right? So it feels good, but you didn't learn anything. That's why we call it dirty money. You got the second scenario where it goes against you. You lose that money. Well, now you've just lost a trade on a trade that didn't make any effing sense to you. You just essentially gambled. You just essentially loaded up money onto a gambling site and then lost it all. Or you went to the casino and you lost it all. That's essentially what you're doing when you're doing that, because you're not taking a trade, one, that you planned or made sense to you, and two, you lost. Then at times I trick myself into thinking something is a good trade and FOMO kicks in. You don't realize how hard it is until you actually start trying to day trade. Swing trading inherently makes you be not actively trading during the day, but day trading makes you feel like you should be trading all day. 100% it does. It gives you this expectation. This is why I speak so much against expectations and goals. Like, yeah, you should have goals in life. Like, I want to have a wife. I want to have kids. Like, these are great, really good long-term goals. But you shouldn't have a goal that says, I need to make $200 a day. I need to make $500 a week. I need to make this many trades a day, this many trades a week. No, you don't. You're already screwing yourself by telling yourself that, because now you're giving yourself expectations that are not realistic. B. Ferg is on fire today. He said social media makes it harder too. You see people posting gains on Discord or Twitter and you feel like you should have been trading. It can make sitting in cash feel like a mistake. It can. That is the most... Dude, you're on fire, B. Ferg. I'm not stopping you. Keep going. He is so right. And how many of you can relate to this? You don't have to actually say or throw your hand up, but I know a lot of us can relate to what B. Ferg is throwing down right now. And this is why you guys will always hear me use the same example. It is easy to get into trading because anybody can click buttons. It is hard to get into trading and not trade. It's so hard. It is so impossible. Anybody can click buttons. I try to teach people from this perspective, like, treat your money correctly. Treat your money with respect, right? If you go out and you work every week, you work for your money and you earn it and it's yours and it's in your bank account, right? It's yours. Respect it. Don't just treat it like shit. So don't go on to the chart and randomly start throwing it at random trades that don't make sense to you. That would be weird, right? Because you need to treat your money with respect. So you shouldn't be throwing it on things you don't practice or have given time into, right? So treat your money with respect. Picking up what he's putting down like I got scavenged. Somebody's playing the new COD. Man, what an excellent stream today, dude. This is exactly why I say our streams are the best and why our chat is the best, why our community is the best. It's because of stuff like this. Like B. Ferg coming out of nowhere and dropping an amazing points to be made on the stream, right? And this happens like every day. Like, one of you guys come in here and drop an amazing breakdown and then everyone's like, wow, we're all experiencing the same thing. And it's like, yes. It just doesn't feel like that because you're looking at social media, you're paying... I still see some of you in here right now. I follow almost all of you. I still see some of you following way too many traders. And I'm not saying only follow me. I'm not saying that. Please do not take this as only follow me type thing. I'm not. But you are still following way too many traders. You are listening to too much noise. You are following way too much bullshit that doesn't help you. If you're one of these people that are on Twitter and you're trying to sound cool and you're like, oh, I'm in this guy's group. Well, now I'm in this guy's group. Now I'm in this guy's group. I'm trying this out. I'm trying that out. And you're tagging like 50 different traders. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not actually trading. You're just looking to look like you're trading. And I'm sorry to tell you all this, but that is what 99% of people do on social media. It's to look good. It's to look cool. It's to look like a trader. Anybody can put trader in their bio. So, again, treat your money with respect. I can't even go over a summary of everything we just covered because there's so much. What an amazing stream, though. Seriously, I was going to say I need to cut up parts of the stream, but honestly, this whole stream needs to be just a VOD. This whole stream just needs to be re-reviewed. Oh, you are definitely talking to me now. I need to get out of so many discords. Like right there, stop being in so many discords. And I'm not saying, guys, limit yourself to me, but you shouldn't be sitting in 5 different discords. You shouldn't be following 50 different Twitter traders. You shouldn't be following 50 different trading pages on Instagram. You shouldn't be paying for 50 different services. And if you are, that's your problem. That is the first biggest issue you're having. It has nothing to do with you. Well, it is everything to do with you, but you see what I'm putting down? Have you heard of Morgan Trade? Never heard of them. We still haven't broke the inside bar on the daily. You got to remember though, Timmy, I stay away from these retards because it's noise. Like I just got done explaining, it's noise. If anybody who's around me, it's because they've talked to me in the past and I just still know of them. I do not talk to traders. You guys are who I talk to. I don't go to social media and talk to 50 different people. I don't have time. I don't have time to do that shit because 1, their opinions are not valid to me. 2, they don't trade my system. 3, it's just more noise. If you're going from my system to someone else's system or from someone else's system to my system, you're wasting so much time because you're having to 1, delete all of your old habits, 2, refresh, 3, pick up on the new system, 4, work with it super hard and super long so you can actually get it over time. It's a lot of time and energy. And I'm talking to everybody here. Because there are still some of you that follow way too many people. And it's literally just because of short-term excitement. I'm sorry to tell you this, but get that bullshit out of your head. Every time you get that short-term excitement, it is just a lie. You're giving yourself this like fake sale of somebody like, oh wow, this guy's valid, or wow, this person's killing, I need to follow them more. You're literally just wasting more time. You're still doing the jump around crap. The jump around crap is why you're not growing. You're not even giving yourself a chance to grow because you're not sitting there consolidating on your own chart. How does a chart leg up? With consolidation. How does a person grow in life or in trading? Through consolidation, through learning it, through multiple experiences. It's not going to be something you just randomly pick up and you're like, all right, I'm successful. Like, you can come in here, learn how to draw levels, learn how to trade the levels, that's it. We took 1 trade in here today. I don't need to touch the chart again. That's true power. Not me going to social media. And you know what's another cool thing too? We took that trade on stream today. You're not going to see me go to Twitter and circle my entry, circle my exit, and be like, guys, this is where me and my stream got in and got out. Like, I don't do that every day. It takes way too much energy, way too much time. Yes, I have posted like that in the past, but I can't do it every single time, every single trade. You know what problem with Twitter? Is that people do that every single time, every single trade, every single day, and they hide the losers. They ignore the crap because they're marketing. They're not trading. They're marketing. If you're following someone on Twitter because of them over-posting or because they post a lot of quality posts, you are lying to yourself. Stop following these people that are on social media more than they are on their own charts. It's simple as that. I've had my Twitter for 10 plus years. I still don't have 8,000 tweets, 9,000 tweets. I don't even have that many tweets still. We actually talk about trading in here. We actually go over trades. You want to leave and go to another group? Do it. Get out of here. Stop wasting our time. Stop wasting your time. That's what always gets me. It's like logical shit. I didn't once call out a single trader. I didn't once say something they all do. I just said they are always on social media. If you have time to be on social media more than you do your chart or your chat or your trades, there's a fucking huge red flag right there. That is a huge red flag. Because you're showing to me that you have more time to go market and to prove to others that you know what you're doing more than you actually are doing what you're doing. Which means what, guys? They're probably not trading. They're just marketing. They're doing it for attention. This isn't some like new formula I just discovered. You guys all know this. It's just hard to actually like believe it because it's like it happens so much. It's such a new norm that it doesn't feel wrong. But it is wrong. You shouldn't be following this many people. If you go to my pages right now, who am I following? All of my traders. I'm following a couple people I collab with because it's me, but I mostly follow my own traders. I don't go out and follow 50 different traders. That's just so annoying. Their points are invalid because I don't trade like them. They don't trade like me. It's not that they're dumb or I'm smart. It has nothing to do with that. It's because we don't trade the same. 2, if I'm listening to 50 different opinions, how the hell am I ever going to give myself a chance of having my own opinion? 3, if you have
50 different sources of news coming through telling you to be bullish or bearish or neutral, bias, to be bullish, bearish, or neutral, and then you had your plan before. You're like throwing everything you did, all of your hard work, out the window. Remember what we talked about. Get your pre-plan, talk about it during, and then the after effect. That is how you trade. That is how you grow. Oh, sorry guys, that was a lot of rambling. B streams are always a vibe in schooling. Yeah, they're pretty chill in here. It's honestly thanks to you guys though. I love having you guys in here. It's pretty chill. A lot of really good questions, a lot of good combos in here. A lot of good back-to-backs too. I feel like I never really get in arguments with you guys. It's more or less just like each other telling each other like, look, it's this, it's that. Chuck said, this group is real. We talk about what actually happens in real life of trading in life. BB's tutelage is what to look for and what happens in real life trading. There is no sugarcoating in here. There isn't. I'm not going to sit here and feed to someone's bullshit. True story, I've been working on not following so many people on Twitter. I'm still working on it, but already seeing the benefits because the stuff I need to see is visible now. And it's not really working on it. I'm serious. Either do it or don't. You either stop following 50 people or you don't. That's it. There's no in between. There's no working on it. You either do it or you don't. Pull the band-aid off or you leave it on. LMAO, the 50% of high of day, low of day is almost the cent of the open. Jump rope-ish. There you go, Timmy. I see you. I see y'all using the terms. Remember what we said today, too. Today's open is probably the most important level of the day. And you can see, lost it, got over it, tried to hold it, tried to hold it, tried to hold it, couldn't get a new high going, failed. Didn't lose low of day. Retaking today's open. So, I mean, they're failing, but they're still showing that buyers are trying to still retake today's open and not just hold it, but push beyond it. So we'll see if a new high of day can happen. Buyers are still present. Oh, and to unsub. Okay, I get that. I thought you meant like actually making the decision. I'm like, what? But no, I can understand that, Vanessa. Someone holla at Elon. Just pulled the band-aid. I'm a new man. Good stuff, Chris. And if I don't follow you guys, let me know. Seriously, yell at me. Spam me. I don't care. If I don't follow you on something, please tell me to follow you. I would love to follow you back. Y'all are the only people I give a shit about. You're the only opinions I want to hear. 3-bar. Maddie is making up new terms, I think. 3-barism. On the 5-minute? I don't know if I'm like, am I saying something wrong here? I feel like I know why you did that. I'm not going to go in depth though. I've been stopped out of like 5 mental trades now and 1 real trade calls at 11:45. Tight stop though. I'm glad they're all mental. Looks like a lot of you guys knew to not trade today, even without my rant. And I'm honestly proud of you guys for not just not participating, but still taking those mental reps. I'm glad you guys didn't just like walk away from your screens. It's still good to experience these days. That's what I was thinking, Carnage. She said 3-barism sounds like the trading mental illness I have. 3-barism. Sounds so wrong. Trading mental illnesses. Y'all be on that 3-barism. I'm on that 4-barism. Hey, I resemble that remark. Amazing post in the Result and Review channel. Make sure to check this out, everybody. I love this channel. Whoops. I love this channel. Higher volume break of current day open. Took some calls aiming for high of day. Out for a 24% gain. Let's see this. So they waited until ding, ding, ding. Today's open broke. Got it on the next candle as it opened. And it took profit kind of closer to the high of day. And they're on the 5-minute time frame. Great job, Spicy Pepper. right. That one's not bad. Second try at it, and it worked this time. Good stuff, trader. And nothing wrong with that first trade. It's nothing bad. I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe a little early. Maybe you didn't give yourself anything else to go off of. Kind of like this one. Like, you waited until it actually settled here, and then it kind of showed, hey, get in. Whereas this one, like, just fell, and then it popped up, and it's the first time. So maybe a little bit too aggressive, but I see what you went for, and it's not a completely made up or a gamble trade. And you had a clear stop at hand, so I like that. I like that a lot. Good job, Trader, and good job, Spicy Pepper. Both very, very nice examples so far. I don't see anything wrong with those super big yet. That's the best I can post for now till I get my computer. Mel's waiting on his new computer to arrive. But it looks like of the drop, he drew his fib. Okay. I was like still staring at this because I was like, wait. Okay. Entered, then exited. Wow, so he basically shorted high of day, almost sold at not the low of day, but the higher low of the day, which is crazy. That's insanely impressive, Mel. Good job. And I can't wait to hear about your new computer, man. Played one DTE, played the rest. Played the retest of the open like the sellers were coming in on the green candle, bought right after, sold it. Okay, and this is the one that Creator Trades went over on stream. I went over with them a little bit on this just because I was interested in what he had done. Good job, man. What is that? 9 over 88. What's that? 17%? 7 or 17? Either way, good job. Entered after the second lower high was formed on the 1 minute. As previous day low, 9 EMA and 9 SMA were rebroken. Stop loss added at top of the most recent lower high. Price held below stop loss. Trimmed at bottom of bullish golden pocket from the last pop up on the 5-minute time frame. An exit was as price approached the recent higher low, right at the top of Wednesday's demand zone. I don't know where my mouse went. Let's do that. So of the recent pop-up, got our fib going. Likes that it went up to previous day open, came back down, came back up, rejected it, gave her a good initial sign of like, all right, I can get into this, leave a stop around here. And she did. She even marked it. Came back down. She got to trim a little bit. Maintained under. Didn't really ever invalidate her idea, so just sticking to what she planned. And then it broke back down. Very, very clean. Back under current day open, giving her more confirmation to, 1, continue holding her trade, and 2, that she could possibly trim it, looking to trim the rest later on. And then she made it down to the low of day. That is a perfect trade right there. That is a good mental trade right there. Or not mental trade, sorry. Look at that. Every level is labeled, too. Instantly seeing, oh, this is why I like it. Oh, this is what I need to do now. Oh, it's hitting that level. Oh, I need to cut. Oh, it's hitting that. Oh, I need to trim. Always having something planned at every step of the way. Great job, Taylor. Deep said, trade review. Range day so far on SPY, SPX, and SPY futures. No trades on the market. I did take B setup on AMD. Why B? Because market sentiment wasn't in my favor of retest setup. Is he meaning me? I don't know what he means by that. He either means me or there's an actual setup called the B setup. I think he means me because I posted AMD. I'm really not sure, though. What did I post? Breaks over previous day high supply or holds of 121.50s. And then breaks under 121.50s for scalps or rejections of previous day high supply. Okay, so it broke previous day high supply. It went up to it. Held pre-market high. Wow, so you had a really good 80% entry here on AMD after that first pop-up, and then he let it come back down, then he got his trade, set his stop loss. Wow, Deep. He took a small loss, sadly, but he said, took a small loss, he didn't give enough room for the trade to breathe. Should have used the top of pre-market gap as a stop loss. It's okay to set up what was present and had the confidence to take entry. Mental throughout the trade was level-headed. Okay. Look at him. He gives like really, really good breakdowns in that. I was going to say it looks like he cut and then it like did work out. So that kind of sucks. But I was going to say that too. I don't think he gave himself enough room, but he instantly made that point. And this is honestly like a really, really good quick trade review. I like this a lot because it covers a lot and not like I'm having to read like 50 books of words. Like it feels like I just read like half a minute of words and then I just instantly understand what he's going after. That is how you should be posting your reviews. You know, like these two right here, like just instantly making it make sense. Therefore, it's not for others, it's for you. It's so when you go back, you're like, oh, okay. So you reiterate things down to the most simple fashion ever, so moving forward, you remember it as best as you possibly can. Good job, though, Deep. Thank you for continuing to post in here. You've been very active. He said, no follow-through on buyers off the pre-market high, 80% entry. Make it a habit to not change your game plan mid-trade. For me, it's worked against me more, he said, for me, it's worked against me more so than it has favored me. Stick to the plan. Okay, so he was looking for a potential 80% entry to reach high of day and possibly break higher. Ended up failing, moving down to his stop loss point. Okay, you stuck to your plan. There ain't nothing wrong with that. No follow through. And that's what I like to see. I hate when I see you guys go in here and go, my game plan sucked. What did I do wrong? It's not always you. It's not always you that went wrong. This is a great setup that happened and it just failed. That's okay. And this is how you need to review it. No follow through on buyers on my potential 80% entry. It didn't happen. It didn't work out. Whatever. But don't ever sit there and go, the market hates me, the market this, the market that. Don't do that shit. You just sound annoying and it doesn't ever actually help you. Was looking for a bounce of 454 or a break of 454 for puts, but having indecision of what was going to happen, over traded today and made myself stop trading after that. Okay. And this speaks really big to yourself too, Dividend, because I feel like not enough people ever like get onto themselves and then also give them that like, positive enforcement. Because you did get onto yourself. You got onto yourself. You were like, you know what? I over traded today. That was just dumb. And then you said, and made myself stop trading after that. You didn't just find the problem. You were like, all right, you know what? I'm going to use this to inspire myself to stick to my damn rules. I like that you did that. You kind of used it against yourself. That's a good thing. Let's see what you did here. And yeah, it's just no good movement. Good buying spot. Better buying spot because it's taking above your, what is this, the 9 EMA? Or VWAP maybe? Looks like VWAP. See, I think one thing with me here, Dividend, are these all real trades? I think one thing with me here is that you already took so many trades. It's like, why are you still taking more is really what I'm asking. Anytime, and this is just me speaking, don't take this as like everything I say is right, everything I don't like is wrong. Like, no, I'm human too. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to be wrong as well. But what I don't like here is, personally, when I take a trade, let's say I take a loss or a win, regardless of the outcome, I'm really not taking another trade super fast yet. I'm going to give it a little bit of breathing room, right? And you could see the congestion of trades in here. Like you bought and sold multiple times, all within the same zone, which is funny because it's like, this is almost like the don't trade spot, between here and here, on your chart at least, wherever these came from. Looks like you have previous day low and the bigger time frame zone, it looks like. Are you using the bigger time frame chart? That's what that looks like to here. Either way, clean. I like it a lot. But you could see too, like, you were right. Like, you should be bullish right here. You should be buying calls right here. It just wasn't giving you enough information yet. I feel like the first time you get down here, that isn't really a sign for me to buy yet. I just don't see that as a buy signal until I see something else say, hey, we're still holding, right? Now, imagine if you didn't take any of these trades, and then you took this first trade, right? And then you were like, you know what? Small loss, small gains, whatever. And then it came back down here again, right? You'd probably be even more bullish because now it's holding the same area again, or 50-50, you're going to be bearish because you went from being bullish and now you're like, well, it's not going up, it's going to have to go down, right? So you don't want to really take either of those paths, right? You need to follow the path with least resistance, which would be waiting for more information. So I'm not really getting onto you for anything here. I think just in the future, try to limit yourself. You don't need to be taking this many trades this quickly. And then two, treat your money with more respect. I really feel like this over here was the buying opportunity for you because it came down here after all this consolidation. I feel like this was a good trade. This was a good trade. I don't really like the second one, but there was a couple of good opportunities here. You're clearly not blind. You're clearly shooting in the right direction. So, I mean, I really can't get onto you for anything. Just the fact that you probably took too many trades, and this might have made you a little bit more hesitant to taking another one. Because I noticed you took all these trades. By the time I had called out my trade over here, you wouldn't even have made it over here because you wouldn't have had the money or the energy or the patience probably to even take it, right? And that was probably one of the better opportunities. And then there was another good opportunity over here too. A couple failed bullish opportunities like we saw on a couple of the charts from the other team members in here. But I don't really have much constructive criticism for you besides that one. Plus, you kind of already did the bulk of it right here. Really all that right there. So, I mean, I could see, like, over time, you're more aware of what's around you. You're able to not just make notes of what you might have done wrong, but also what you can do to change that a little bit or use it against yourself, like I said earlier. Amazing trade reviews by everybody, seriously. Not just Dividend or Spicy Pepper. No, to everybody, to Dividend, D-Touch, Deep, Taylor, Creator Trades, Mel, and Spicy Pepper. Everybody. Good stuff. To anybody who goes in there and posts. I don't care if it was today or not. Great job. Chupapi said, reminded me of your wisdom on stream. When J. Cole said, don't be sleeping on your level because there's beauty in the struggle. Chupapi always coming in and dropping positive vibes. He always drops like a different song on the trade floor each morning. It's kind of funny. Tries to hype everybody up. But guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I would say today was a beyond successful stream in terms of like us going over stuff. Again, these streams aren't just for taking live trades, live analysis, all that stuff. It's nice just to kind of give each other feedback and help each other out. And I feel like that's really what we do the best here as a team. Again, not just by myself, but with you guys as well. So seriously, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for liking the stream, joining. Tune over to the Discord now if you want to get some more updates or just kind of work with other members within the Discord and just kind of get more engaging experience out of it, I guess. But overall, thank you guys again. Today was an amazing stream. We covered all kinds of stuff. We had one live trade in here with a breakdown. A couple other live trades from other members in here too, other leaders in the group. So that was really cool. And then also breakdowns. We got to see a bunch of result and review posts, so that was cool. A lot of ranting today, so I am sorry about that. But hopefully it kicks some of you in gear. I really do hope you guys don't take that personal. It isn't like I'm like I said earlier, I'm not thinking of anybody. I'm not attacking anybody. I take this as a collective view. I don't think of you guys as one person. I think of you all as like a big family. So when I see like 3 out of 10 of you posting one thing, I'm going to get onto all of you because I want the 3 out of 10 to feel part of it. And I don't want the other 7 to bully the other 3. So see what I'm working with here? I got to give that positive reinforcement and hopefully keep everyone in the same circle because I do want to see all of you still here. I want to see all of you continuously kicking the market's ass while making sense of it. It isn't about looking cool or being cool or making money. It's about making sense of things and truly understanding what we have in front of us. You can limit yourself to it. But thank you guys again. Thank you for the stream. I sent the stream schedule on Twitter and Discord. He said, wait, we're breaking 455. Don't leave. You are finally making a new high right there. Now, not a new high of day, but you are finally breaking this short-term trend that isn't doing anything. So they can get over this high and this high. You're looking good towards 455.50s. Just remember, though, if you go over to this chart, the King Carnage chart, remember where we are. The only other level I added, excuse me, by the way, was the open of this candle. The only other level I added that just for like kind of an outside target in case we broke this and broke that. Then that would be our first target outside of both of those. But remember, what's the game plan, everybody? We're looking outside of 455.50 towards this level, and above that level towards this level. Above this level towards here, right? If we get a rejection, a continued slowdown, we get just more consolidation, we just have to wait. Just have to be patient. Until we see a break of this, any kind of retest of this, anything, really. All kinds of trades could pop up here. But we have reached an area of supply where sellers are in control, so we have to understand that a slowdown is very possible regardless of us continuing higher, regardless of us rejecting and reversing and pulling back lower. It doesn't matter. We're going to most likely slow down against this like we've seen in the past. So, Guys, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you guys again for all of the breakdowns and everything. Tune on over to the Discord, and there will be a lot of other people still in there helping each other out. I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again.